Hello everybody, welcome to Dynamodel. I am sorry I'm so late. I thought I had all this stuff set up, and wouldn't you know it, nothing has worked right. The avatar didn't move, which is really annoying. I put a lot of time into this avatar, it better move. Anyhow, what is today? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. As you can see, I have a Ver.Ka Hi-Nu in front of me, and we'll get the little bear out of the way. This is on the desk because I had to repair a part. I zoom in on this. I'll show this to you guys. Boy, that music seems unbelievably loud. Let me turn it down in my mic a little bit. That's much better. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, we're going to be putting a metal frame into the Hi-Nu. I've done this once already with my Ver.Ka new Gundam. It's up on the shelf. I'd love to show it to you guys, but if I try to touch it, everything will go boom. It happens every time. I've learned just don't touch the new Gundam. But you'll get to see how it works with this. As I was saying, I had to fix this here bear part. I don't know if this will focus. But this thing keeps breaking, so I put a brass rod through it and I doubled it up with some ply. I got to hollow out a little bit of the inside of it, but I think that'll work okay. Anyhow, so without further ado, I'll put this up here on my spare parts shelf, and we'll put Bear over here in the spray booth. He did turn out nice, didn't he? I mean, I'm sorry, but I didn't get the candy look that I wanted. I mean, it does have a candy effect to it. When you see it in person, the camera just doesn't do it justice. It really doesn't. But, yeah. Anyhow, all right. It came out nice and clean. And that's all I really wanted out of that paint job, was clean. And I think I achieved that. I do have a nifty little idea. So, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I work at a cabinet shop. I've been doing cabinets for, I don't know, most of my career. Probably going on somewhere between 25 and 30 years. I've lost count. I've put in so many boxes over the course of my career that I couldn't even tell you how many there were. Incidentally, I started at a place that used to build like 2,000 cabinets a day. I mean, it was insane how they did it. But, you know, here nor there, we're here to talk about Gunpla. Point being is, I have access to some woodworking machines, and I think this guitar might just get, so I was thinking about putting giving it a wood body, you know, because it was brown originally. This is the primer. I kind of think I'm going to make a real guitar. I think I'm going to make a little wood body guitar and use some of my very, very tiny LED hookup wire and actually put strings and stuff on it. Make a real neck for it and everything. We'll see. That might be a little project that I do here in the next couple days after work, before I leave work. But yeah, that'll be kind of fun. So before I get too far into other things, I want to give a shout out to Jerry Hunt. I don't know if any of you guys have checked out her channel, but last Friday, she did a review of the channel, which I really, really felt honored that she actually reviewed this channel, because the other channels she reviewed were she only did 3, I believe. I believe it was Applesauce was the name of the Yu-Gi-Oh guy's channel, and that dude had a heck of a stage presence. He was great with a microphone. I'm too shy for that. I have to have an avatar. It's just silly. But oh, what was the name of the other channel? I wrote it down and I can't find the piece of paper. It'll come back to me though. But they both had great channels. But I felt really honored that she reviewed the channel, and I got a lot of insightful advice, some things that I need to implement. But time is a factor when you work a full-time job too, while trying to do this YouTube stuff. But yeah, it was really cool. She builds a lot. Her last 2 builds was the RG Zeta and the RG Epion. I think she still might be building the Epion. Not 100%. But you know, fun, entertaining builder. You should check her out if you haven't seen her. And again, shout out to Cherry Hahn for reviewing the channel. I really enjoyed it. I really thank her. It gave me a lot of insight. Learned some things about the back end of YouTube that I didn't know. So it was very cool experience. And the fact that she reviewed this channel when she was reviewing other channels that have thousands of subs and I have a measly 74 made me feel kind of special. One thing I will say though, I think a lot of the viewers think that my edited videos are a lot of AI. And I do use an occasional bit of AI here and there. Every now and again, I'll make a PNG and usually text just because I get lazy with the thumbnails sometimes. Most of the time I make my own text though, 90% of the time. Full confession, I have one thumbnail on the channel that was fully AI generated. If you can find it, let me know. But otherwise, if you watch any of my actual edited videos, a lot of them are over edited. And the reason why is because I also like to tell a story. And I try to make it a little fun, a little something different. And also the reason I started this channel was really in the hopes that someday somebody might pick me up as an editor. I never really wanted to have my own channel. I was really trying to just get someone to notice me and hire my uncollege educated ass for some background. But my actual 3 videos, the Dominator, the Diamondez, and Bear Guy, thus far, with the new Bear Guy video coming out, and a couple shorts that I'm still working on. Oh man, time. I just don't have enough of it. But yeah, it's all me. It's keyframes. I use Movavi Editor. I move PNGs around with keyframes, add animations to them, things like that. It actually took me quite a long time to edit the Dynamez. That video, believe it or not, is 90% stills. I didn't plan on making a video about that, but I did take a lot of pictures of the build along the way just because I like to take pictures. Photography was kind of one of my passions as I was growing up. In high school, I was probably the first group of kids to start. I actually learned to develop film, you know, through my freshman, sophomore, junior years. And then by the time I got to junior, senior year, they were starting to introduce a lot of the digital editing stuff. And I got to play with some of that. And then happenstance, life took me in another direction. I sort of got mailed to middle America. It's a long story. We won't get into it. But yeah. Anyhow, what was I saying? Oh my gosh. You'll have to forgive me. This is going to be an interesting stream. So anyway, without further ado, we do have the master grade Ver.Ka Hy-Vee. I'm wondering, and I'm hoping this metal build kit will fix this, if I didn't cut a couple of nubs off in here that I shouldn't have cut off, because for the life of me, it's a little better when I have the puck light in, but I have never, ever, and you guys let me know in the comments, been able to get, oh, I think it actually just did it. I think I might have just solved the problem. I've never been able to get this backpack to stay on worth a damn. Is this just an inherent problem of the Ver.Ka New Gundam, or did I cut something I shouldn't have cut? I'm really curious if anybody knows. But yeah, so we have the Hy-Vee Ver.Ka. I haven't actually built the weapons, so backstory of why I have yet another unfinished kit sitting in front of me with no decals, no stickers, and it is Ver.Ka, so it came with decals. I like the decals. We all know that. Stickers leave an edge, and I don't like that edge. It just looks yucky to me. But, so we are going to swap this out. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. And if you've never seen the box, it's a big one. I don't know if I can zoom out. Trying to zoom. Yeah, it's a big box. It's a very, very, very big box. Beautiful artwork, though. Absolutely gorgeous. So inside that box, there's still quite a few parts. Haven't done any of the funnels. I have not built any of the weapons. And as I said, the decals are still in there. And this one might actually get a paint job pretty quickly. I might just paint this with the frame, take the parts off, not really separate things, just mask it and blast it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little on the fence as to what to do with that. The next thing I actually really want to get to painting is, believe it or not, the Kshatriya. My paint is actually getting, the paint that I have for the Kshatriya is starting to dry up a little. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Man, I'm just struggling with words today. Well, as I said, this will be an interesting live stream. Oh, Ricardo! I'm not nervous, bro, but how are you? Glad to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Not so much nervous. I think I'm actually just a little spent. This last weekend was the first weekend I've had off since starting back at work. I guess it's, call it a 6-week run now. And even then, I slept most through the weekend. I was kind of upset with myself on Sunday, actually. I so wanted to stream a few times. I don't know if you guys know this, but hey, ladies, I'm recently single. And I'm kind of moving furniture around the house and stuff. I actually want to move this here room to the room across the hall. And I got a little bit of that done, but I had this list of things I wanted to accomplish over this weekend while I was off, because it may be a while before I have another weekend off. And I got nothing done, bro. Nothing at all. But yeah, I'm kind of running on coffee here lately. Lots and lots of coffee. But I don't know if you've seen one of these Dot Workshop metal inner frames. Let me move Armoro's bad boy suit here. Slide him back just a little bit. These are actually pretty cool. I really did like the enhancement that I got with the new Gundam when I did that one. I'm curious to see how it does for the Hy-V. The Hy-V to me is a little bit of a jankier kit. It's just I seem to have more parts fall off the Hy-V for some reason. Maybe it's just me. Could be. Oh, I know why this is doing this. So I have mirror on. We don't want mirror movement. Off. Ah, that's better. Now my head works in the right direction. I couldn't figure it out. I'm sitting here looking at the screen, and it's like every time I turn my head, it goes the wrong way. Anyhow, let's open the box. So, the artwork, pretty cool. I'm going to actually have to move the Hy-V just out of the way for a momento, so I can slide this back so you guys can see it. And this says, my cow has hardened. However, these directions are all in, I don't know if it's Japanese. I think it's Japanese. They did translate the caution stuff. And this is basically, don't eat the Gunpla. Don't swallow the parts. Pay attention to the directions. That type of thing. But as I was just curious, so I took Google Translate and started translating this. This actually does not say my cow is hard. This here. Not how it translated. It's a little early in the stream. I think we're only a few minutes in, so I'm not going to say how it is, because I know YouTube likes no naughty words for at least 7 minutes, I believe. But that doesn't say cow in the translated version. I don't know if anybody can read Japanese. I would love to know if they end up with the same thing, not using like Google Translate. Just saying. Something's hard, but it ain't a cow. Anyhow. Uh, Instructions are pretty clear. I believe the red parts are metal parts, and the blue parts are metal parts. And then the gray parts are actual existing kit parts, if I remember right. We'll kind of solve that as we go. It'll make sense as we get into the parts. But yeah, has a cool little thing. Flip it up. So I was looking at this last night, trying to take pictures of it for a community post. And I'm looking at it, and I was missing like all 4 of these parts here. And I'd never noticed that before. I've only taken it out of the box like when I first got it, just to make sure everything was here. Otherwise, I haven't touched it. It's been sitting in the backlog. And I'm like, where are they? So I'm looking in the new Gundam's part case. You know, it's like, well, you know, I kind of did both of these. Was playing with them around the same time. Maybe I mixed some stuff up. Couldn't find them. Finally, I opened it and I started moving everything around, and like all of these guys kind of like went and jumped over here and decided to hide from me. Little bastards. Anyhow, they're actually, let me pop the case off if I can do this and not yard sale them all over the place. Oh, there we go. That's very nice. Nice finish. Different colors. I like the different colors. You got some white ones, and then all of them are basically gray. These are a little bit more like titanium looking, these couple ones here. And so yeah, it's very interesting. The new Gundam actually came where, you know, none of these were put together. I think these are the feet, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas on this one, they are kind of like, you know, leg parts are with the other half, the mirrored part, I guess, would be the best way of saying it. Let me put the lid back on before I spill them all over. So we're going to need this. I'm just going to leave it out. Not sure where I'm going to put it, though. Oh, I can't wait to move this room into the other room. I'm super excited about it. I have just a little bit more space, and the way that room sits, so when I got all this set up, I wasn't planning on doing all this live streaming and filming and things like that. And I've realized as I've done it that I kind of have it backwards for positions of cameras and cords. And I'm kind of working out in my head how I want the room to be when I move over there. And I think it'll just be a much more fun workspace, easier to work in. So they do send you reinforced claw parts. And I have tested that theory. You can tell just by cutting them with nippers. It's a little stronger plastic than what Bandai says, which is a bold statement, I will say. But they seem to be pretty, like, I don't know, somewhere between the claw that you get with Bandai stuff and resin. Like, they're just a little crispier. Is that can I say that about plastic? Crispier? I think I can say that. I could say that. Yeah, we can say that. And then you got some vernier thrusters. I can't remember. So I have metal edged parts for quite a few kits in an envelope somewhere in the thing I call a backlog. And I can't remember if I have them for this or the new Gundam or the Zasabi. I actually have one of these metal frames for my Zasabi as well. I'm not getting into the Zasabi. It's actually one of my favorite suit designs. So I'm probably not getting into that until I consider myself an expert painter. Although that is like the Kasatri, as I was saying earlier, wanting to get to painting it. My DSBA paint set that I bought for that is actually starting to dry up a little bit. And I need to basically just thin it and shoot it before it dries out more. I don't know if it's because their caps are kind of garbage. I don't know. It's really weird. It's just goopy enough now that I can get it thinned and still use it. But I want to get to doing some of that here soon. I almost feel like I need more coffee. But I'm glad to be streaming. I will say that. It's weird. If I don't stream for like 3 or 4 days, I start to like really miss it. very strange. Wasn't something I ever expected, to be honest. But yeah, I like it here. It's nice. I feel like I'm crooked. Oh, wrong window. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Oh, much better. Yeah, I was fighting physics there. So anyhow, I'm actually going to get all this stuff out of the box because we're going to do this. We're going to have to take apart the other one, of course. And then it has a few screws. I kind of perused through the directions earlier, and there are some, actually, they give you a card. It's for the legs. Gotta have screws for the legs. But, yeah, I like how it kind of stiffens the whole kit up. It's funny, with the new Gundam when I did it, it really made it feel, once I was done, I can't say that it feels like a metal build. And, well, I guess full confession, I actually have the Hy-V metal build. It's in his box right now. I used to have it out. I mean, I've unboxed it. It's not unboxed by any stretch. I had it out for display, but I got tired of dusting it. And I almost thought I was going to get rid of it for a minute. Then I decided that I wanted to keep it. That's kind of how that went down. And I almost got it back out of the box. But I think I'm going to wait until I get into the other room. And I want to get a bigger glass case. The glass case I have right now is actually like, it's only like 8 inches deep. And there's a lot of kits that I can't fit in it without, like I could fit the Hy-V in it, but I had to squish them. I had to make them like kind of crouch to get in there with the backpack. So, you know, there's that. Space becomes a thing, I think, with master grades. And, well, I just need a bigger glass case. That's all there is to it. I'm excited. I don't know how much we'll get done tonight, but I'm excited. I kind of figured this will be a multi-part stream anyway. We are not going to very carefully take this little guy apart. Well, he's actually a big guy, but that's only at 1-to-1 scale. Just saying. It's funny how much bigger this is than, say, a Zakutu. They definitely got bigger with the kits. And then I guess that was why they shrank him around the F91 timeline. Was they realized that going big wasn't the idea, because then you had to have bigger infrastructure. So I guess we'll start by taking off the backpack. It's almost kind of cute like that. Anyway, don't play with your toys. Oh, I dropped the V-fin. This is one of the most precarious V-fins I've ever encountered. What's funny is they give you a metal V-fin with the metal kit that I got for the new Gundam, but they don't give you one for this. You get one for the Zasabi too. You get a metal fin, but no metal fin for the Hy-V. I don't understand why. I guess maybe because it's like the 2-part design. It's weird. I would have thought they'd give me one. Saturday morning at I'm sorry, Ricardo. I got chat in the wrong place, so I didn't even know it was cracking. Saturday morning at around 2 in the morning, severe weather came in, and when the crew and I arrived on the job site, the house in the corner collapsed. No, really? That's not good. Well, I hope your eye exam and the collapse of the house are not correlated. I'm going to assume they're not. You seem like you're a good builder from the various conversations we've had. I think you're a man who knows your stuff there, sir. My eyes are in good condition. However, the 5 drops they dropped kept me out of work for these 2 days. Oh man, I'm sorry. I forgot my date on Saturday night. Went great. Caught up with some friends. Had a good time. I was just about to ask you about that. It's heavy. I don't move or touch it. Zosabi. Oh, yes, yes. I recently pre-ordered Hane's Zaku Warrior. I noticed that dude, I wish they would do one for the 2.0. Like, I don't understand because the 2.0 and the Zaku Warrior are almost similar frames. Like, I think the lower half is the same, but the upper half's completely different. I don't remember. I've seen it. It looks pretty close. And I wish somebody would make one for the Zaku. That Zaku 2.0 is like one of my favorite kits. It is such a fun build. It's simple. It makes sense. There's nothing in it that's like tricky. I'm curious to see your Zaku Warrior, dude. When you start building it, man, throw it up in the community. Throw all your builds in the community, for that matter. That's why I have it there. You can always post, and I will reply. This thing got dusty. Yeah, that's crazy. I heard Texas, it got some. I saw some videos of like people here from overseas because isn't the World Cup going on in Texas, or am I mistaken? That's how out of the loop I am. Like, I haven't even had time to really surf. Friday night I watched Yuri Han's channel because she was reviewing this channel, which dude, that was such a cool experience. I don't know why it was so cool. It's funny, people think that my other videos are AI, apparently. Like, there was a lot of, oh, be careful with the AI, you'll make the community mad because a lot of us are artists, and I totally get that, but so am I. And my videos, I swear, they're not AI. I mean, it's AI mathematics in the sense that I'm moving keyframes around and you know, doing tracking and things like that, but I'm physically doing it. In fact, you know, I'm thinking about, so I want to make a follow-up bear video once the paint job is done here, and I'm hoping that maybe end of next week I might be able to actually have that thing done finally. How did her build go? I think she's almost done with the Epion. I think she got really close to it, to being finished. It's funny, when Yuri ends her streams, she's just like, I don't know if she does what I do, because like there is a point where sometimes like all of a sudden I'm just incredibly tired, like feel like I'm gonna like pass out on my keyboard tired after a certain amount of streaming. Maybe it's just because I got to get up and move around. I don't know. But when Yuri ends her streams, it's like all at once. You know, and I don't. She seems like a girl that's like very like she's very business minded, and I respect that about her. She schedules her streams, which is something I'm trying to get on the track of doing. And as life levels off for me on the, you know, in real life part of it, I'll be able to do more of that. Some of the reasons some of my streams are kind of impromptu is I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I don't know how late I'm going to work. I don't know if they're going to tell me they didn't want me to come in early. I go in at 4:30 every morning these days, which is just ungodly to me. I don't know who thought that getting up at 3 a.m. was a great idea, but it just seems unnatural. I'd almost rather work a night shift if that's the case. But, you know, I'm happy I'm employed, and so I do what I got to do, because that's how it works, doing the adulting thing. We can't be cartoons all the time. Although, speaking of cartoons, I watched some G.I. Joe this Saturday morning when I got up. That was epic. It was the first time I didn't have to wake up to an alarm in a minute, and I got up and I'm having my coffee, and I click on YouTube just to, you know, surf, and G.I. Joe. And I'm like, I don't even remember what episode it was. It was one that I liked a lot as a kid, though, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll watch a couple episodes, and I did. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. Hasbro's commercial. But yeah, I think her Epion's almost done, if not finished. But I didn't catch how far she got in the build, because like I was kind of chatting with her chat, and 0600s, it's a daymare sometime. What's a daymare? Or am I not reading that right? I'm going to assume that you're saying that you start at 6, which to me is like 6 totally doable. Like I've been getting up at, you know, 4:30 to 5 a.m. for the last 20 years. That's not that hard to do. But for some reason, 3:30 in the morning with the alarm going off, and then it's really, you know, because I got two dogs I gotta feed, and I know I'm gonna be gone for 11 hours. Like, fortunately, I work really close to home, so I'm able to come home at lunch. And if but I'm rushed, you know what I mean? I only got the half hour, so it's like 10 minutes to get here, 5 minutes in the door, 10 minutes to get back to work, and I'm back in time 5 minutes before I got to clock in, like cramming a sandwich down my throat. And it's a nightmare, but for the day. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind 6 so much. 6 is like a breeze for me. But yeah, that 4:30 thing. It's craziness, I tell you. But I guess the early bird gets the worm, so they say. I don't feel like I'm accomplishing much. I really don't. I don't know if I'm going to accomplish much. We're going to try. um so let me see. I guess I'm going to need the directions for the Ver.Ka itself. Oh, so I should probably get those on. Get back on screen. Who said you could get off screen? Yelling at myself. Totally schizo over here. It's funny when you take out a Ver.Ka instruction manual. It's like, it's almost like a small novella. Like, it's heavy. There's a lot of pages there, and you can feel it. Oh, so yeah, I do have the metal parts for this. So this might have to go full tilt on this build, I think. Let me get these out, show this to you guys. So, and if I use a lot of these, they will get slightly painted, though there's a trick I learned to painting metal etched parts, and that's that you have to put a metal basically you clear coat them first. They have what's called metal primer, but to me it just looks like matte clear, or kind of a semi-gloss clear. I don't know if that is actually what it is. Do I have any? Yeah, right here. Yep. So yeah, if you look at it, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's basically, it's like a semi-gloss clear. It's not quite matte. And you brush that on, and then you can paint them whatever color you want. And it kind of sticks a little better, I guess. But yeah, these are very cool. This is all the funnels for some of the skirts here. And they just give it that little bit of pop. I actually forgot I had these. I really like the fin effects on some of them. You got to be really careful with them, though. Like you only get one bend with them. If you bend them and then bend them into another position, they're going to snap. So I don't know if you guys have ever messed with the metal etch parts. Most of them are fairly easy to apply. There's a few of them I've had trouble with when I did Dynamez, because I did the metal etch parts on that too. It's a great way of adding like a little extra detail to those parts that Bandai didn't detail on the back of things. Is typically where they are. And then we got extra vernier thrusters. And then all of the little anyway, Saturday we were all standing around, and one of the superintendents showed up, and when he saw that house, he was not happy. She was trying to get a hold of her boss. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, if it happened during the storm, though, I would think all the companies' insurances are just going to cover it, but it's definitely going to set the project back. Be curious to see how that one hashes out. Should take pictures of this stuff, Ricardo. I'd like to see it. Fortunately, I've never had anything too disastrous happen. When I installed Windows, I used to do a lot of Western and Pella windows. And I mean the high-end ones, not the typical residential ones. I actually did one of the country clubs here. And I mean, that was a huge multi-million-dollar job. But there was always that thing at the end of the day when we were leaving where, you know, we'd drag out a couple paints thinking we were going to get them in and just run out of time. And it's like, we'd have to drag them back or, you know, put a strap around them or, you know, fortunately I never had one fall over, but it's happened. Uh, Other guys at the company would, you know, they'd lose one every now and again, have it leaning against a stud wall, and rainstorm come through that night in one of the monsoons, and yeah, window goes bye-bye. Oh, that's one of the worst sounds in the world too. One of those windows exploding. I I dropped my drill one time off a ladder, and it landed on the ground and didn't affect the window at all. And I was actually quite far away from this pane of glass when it happened. And it was a window we installed. I was working on a door kind of adjacent to it. And my drill bit snapped. And it was one of those countersinking pre-drill bits, you know, where they're hardened, the tapered ones. Anyway, it went shooting across the room and it hit that pane of glass, and that pane of glass just like, I mean, and it was the most I'll never forget the sound. It was almost like a car crash. This is now the fourth time I've seen something like this, but it was for a different housing company. Well, and I guess there's a certain point where, and you'll have to forgive me on this, because I've always been more of a trim carpenter. I can do framing, but a good framer will run circles around me because I'm measuring everything to a 16th. That's just the cabinet guy in me. And believe it or not, a lot of times if I can install a cabinet package and never get out a tape measure, I'm doing good. And I mean that. Yeah, I'll mark my parts and then cut them. It's just cleaner, more accurate, that type of thing. But you can't get away with that with framing necessarily. And you get a little more leeway with framing. Texas weather is crazy. Yeah, every time I've ever driven through Texas, it's always been insane weather. Always. I like Texas though. Believe it or not, if I were to leave the state I'm in, Texas is kind of one of the ones I would consider. Truthfully. I have a really kind of, I guess, I'll say he's a good friend, but he's really more of a mentor to me. A man by the name of Chad Hudspeth. And I'll say that because he probably has his own YouTube channel involving aquaponics systems. Or at least used to. He owned a little company called Endless Food Systems, and we made plug-and-play aquaponics systems. One of the coolest jobs I ever had, in fact. We built a vacuum forming machine and made our own grow beds and stuff. But I actually have an aquaponics system in my backyard. I'm one of the things I've kicked around is dropping a waterproof camera in it and just making a 24-hour live stream of my fish. But it's some tilapia, and then I don't take care of it the way I should. I've had it. It's been going for almost like 12 years now, which is pretty incredible for an aquaponics system. But yeah, metal upgrade parts galore for this bad boy. You know, and I do think I have these for the new Gundam too. And I'm not 100%, but I think I got them for the Zosabe as well. I liked Char's counterattack. It was just something about the suit designs I always thought was really cool. But as I said, I don't know if I'm going to accomplish much today. I wish they had metal hands. That would actually be clutch, as the kids say. Oh, I was so wondering what those parts were for that I was looking for last night, and it's for those. It's for the funnel holders. Let's start with the legs. I agree, Ricardo. Man of my mind. I was thinking the exact same thing. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the head, backpack assembly here, and I'm actually going to put it over here in the spray booth because it's probably just the safest place where I'm not going to lose it. I have a bad habit of taking things that are on the desk and like putting them over here, and then later on I'm going, what did I do with that? Especially when I'm streaming. Oh my gosh. Sometimes when I'm streaming, I will go back and look for something that I know I put here. It's not there. It's somewhere over here. But I agree. Let's start with the legs. I'm just going to keep these handy for now. I love that picture of it. It looks so tough like that. Kind of, you know what makes the new Gundam look cooler than, or the Hi-V look cooler than the new Gundam is kind of that samurai face shield thing that it's got going on with the helmet, with the head unit. Like, it's just pretty cool. So Ricardo, I'm going to take your advice. We're just going to yank the legs off of this thing. So this is one thing that drives me nuts about this kit. On the new Gundam, these are pretty stable. They stay on. On this thing, it's like having a high-grade GPO3, man. You touch them and they're going to fall off. It was actually a weird design that they did for the skirts on this, I think. Oh, I got to sneeze. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Total allergy attack. But, yeah. You know what? Let's just do this proper. Oh, I can't remember. Does this have a... No, just a poly part. When I got the metal frame for my MG Barbatos, I started with the legs, and it came with metal hands. Unfortunately, not a metal V-fin. Oh, the Barbatos comes with metal hands. You know, that's a kit I don't have. I have yet to build anything from IBO. And the thing I struggle with the Barbatos is I really just want to do like the 1/100 full mechanics, because I hear it's an awesome kit to build. But there are so many third-party ones out there now that look dope. But there's a part of me of like, I should build an original Bandai first. I don't know. I struggle with that. Because I do love Bandai. My first love will always be Bandai. I like the third-party kits. A lot of them are really cool. Some of them are just totally off the chain. But I want to support Bandai as much as possible. MGBL. Yeah, wasn't that the new one that they just dropped like 2 years ago, where like everybody was super stoked about it because it's like they haven't really done a lot of master grade for IBO, I believe. In fact, I think for the longest time the Barbatos was the only one. I could be wrong about that. Please correct me if I am. All right, so we got skirt unit. We're going to do this with the arms. So he just hangs out a little bit. And we got legs. Yeah, so some of those metal parts that I had in that metal etch set are all these the little white things. You know, the little, I guess armor locks is probably what they are. Or I don't know, maybe they're supposed to be like directional thrusters. I'd be curious. But, yeah, metal parts for those. What's funny is I'll probably paint them, though. So you won't really know they're metal. But it adds a nice touch. It's weight. One thing I've noticed is when you make it heavier, when you pick it up, it doesn't feel like a toy anymore. When I get done with this thing, I probably won't do it until I'm actually done with it. But I think that's when I will do a compare with the actual metal build. The Tamashii Nations metal build. And I'm hoping my paint job comes out better. Fun fact about the metal build, it was a bonus that I got for trading in my PlayStation 4 for a PlayStation 5. Long story, I won't get into that one, but needless to say, GameStop was encouraging sales. And anyway, I ended up with a metal build, Tamashii Nations metal build out of it, because I got so many points, GameStop points was basically how that happened. And I'm like, well, I don't really want any games, but I do want a metal build. So I got the metal build. And it's kind of a... How to say this? It's kind of an example. Like, the paint job on it is really clean. And it's nice. But you don't want to fiddle with it because you'll scratch it easy. I mean, it does easily scratch. That's a thing. But... I got the metal frame for the MG Unicorn. It gave me a damn headache. I'm never touching another unicorn as long as I live. How funny, dude. Because I'm trying to decide over the last couple weeks here, as I haven't been doing anything, what I'm going to stream next. And that was another thing that I was struggling with. It's like, I don't know what I should get into. You know, because I'm getting to the point where I got too many unfinished projects and it's starting to cause me, like, anxiety. Just because I feel like I should be finishing them. You know, still need to paint the RX-78. Now I got to paint the Messer. I got a Zaku I want to paint. And then there's the Kshatriya. Plus this. So I got like 5 paint jobs I need to do. And a lot of these I can like bust out in a day. They're, for example, New Gundam. I can't wait to paint that kit because it's all part separation. Same with the RX-78. Not a lot of masking going on. And I don't know if I'm going to do much of the inner frames. I might, but fact of the matter is I just don't have enough metal colors to do them right now. And paint's so freaking expensive that I don't know if it's worth it. Kind of on the fence. Anyhow, sorry, had to stop and bob my head. Oh yeah. But what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I'm all over. Oh, the unicorn. That's what I was saying. Yeah. I'm so on the fence. Like, so I have the full armor Ver.Ka. But the Nightmare Horror Stories, I've heard about it. Like, I kind of want to get into... I have yet to build one of the kits from the Unicorn era. Like, I have that. What do I have from Unicorn? I got the Delta Plus, the Jesta Cannon, which is actually... I don't know if I'll ever build the Jesta Cannon, because so far they haven't reprinted it, and the price on that one just keeps going up. Although, it's such a cool kit, I really do want to build it. And then I have a Jesta, and then I got the Ver.Ka. But, and I also have a PG Unicorn. The PG was a gift. I have a hard time spending $300 on a single kit. But one of these days I want to get my hands on the PGU RX-78. The new Gundam would be cool, but I really, really want to do the RX-78. Grandpa PGU is on my list. But yeah, I was kind of afraid to get into the Unicorn just because of the horror stories. And I mean, even when I glance at the directions, it's so many little parts. So many little parts. It's funny, I've watched a couple builders like put LEDs in them. And Cosmos actually makes a really, and it was pretty affordable. I think it was only like 30 or 60 bucks. I can't quite remember, somewhere in that ballpark. But they make a lighting kit for it that is just totally lights up all the psycho frames and everything. Very, very cool lighting kit. Cosmos makes quite a few lighting kits. I think they got one for the Barbatos too. But they're a lot cheaper than the Bandai kits. And again, I want to support Bandai as much as possible, but there's gets to be a point where it's like $200 for the lighting kit, and these guys over here are making a better lighting kit. What do you do? But anyhow, let's take apart some legs. They're well proportioned. It's funny, the Hy-Vee seems like his legs are so much longer than the new Gundam's legs. All right. What did I do? I guess I need to get the instruction kit out for... Man, I'm so happy I actually do have the metal edge parts for this. This might actually get painted before the RX-78 now. We need this. We must have this. Must have. Oh, sorry I put my big fat head in the camera. My real one. Not my cartoon. I always wanted to be a cartoon. So in another life, I used to write a lot of lyrics. Rap lyrics at that. Maybe I should dig some of those notebooks out sometimes. Try to memorize some of them. You guys would think I'm freestyling. All right. So it actually starts with the chest unit. So we're just going to skip down here to these here legs. It's more than a horror story. I lost a piece of the MGX unicorn to the void. Oh, dude, if it helps, Ricardo, I am still on the search for the piece off of the Casatria's forearm. I don't know where it went. I'm hoping, I'm really hoping and praying it turns up. Well, and I'm missing a piece for Haro. The top bit of Haro, I don't know. What's funny is it might still be on one of my paint sticks. I've done that before where I thought I took everything off and I didn't. It was such a small part I didn't realize it was there. But I keep looking through them and I haven't found it yet. But I'm missing a part for Haro and I'm missing a part for the Casatria somewhere in the void here. And they have to be here. That's what drives me crazy about that is it's there somewhere. You just haven't. And what the weirdest thing is I have found parts that way before. And it's one of those, I'm just standing there one day and I look up and I'm like, huh, who knew? There it is. And it's been sitting here the whole time. And sometimes they're in the most random of places. Like there was one I actually had on a shelf. There was another one that, like I said, it was on one of my paint sticks. And then there was one I actually just, one day I was cleaning and sweeping and I was about to sweep everything into the dustpan and I looked down and I'm like, oh, there you are. What drives me crazy is when I hide them from myself. And I've done it several times. Several times. All right, so yes. I should get a plastic thing to put the extra parts in, huh? Might be a good idea. Oh. These are extra metal etched parts in here. And some of the LED parts I was using for the Dynamos before I switched to different LEDs. Well, actually, I switched to different LEDs, if I'm being honest, because I couldn't find these. And then I found them later. But then I was glad I switched. So, go figure. All right, we'll put this over here. That way we can put the parts in there. Oh, yeah. So, this has to come off. And then, I'm trying to remember how to do all this. Oh yeah, I forgot all this armor opens. This is really one of the coolest kits ever. I actually really do like the way they made the expansion on the new Gundam, the Zosabe. Both versions of New Gundam. Still want to see a Master Grade Nightingale. Someday. A violin. Was I crying? Or were you liking the music? I might have been whining a little bit. Okay. Which leg is this? I don't know that they're actually left-right specific. I'm always nervous taking them apart because I never quite remember how they went together in the first place. And with this, it's even doubly confusing because of this bit of separation that they all have with the expansion. I think if I go like this, yeah. Just trying to be gentle. You know, since I am taking it apart, maybe this is a good time to paint it. That might actually happen. And this is actually one of those ones where I could paint the kit and then go back and paint the weapons, because I'm not going to be mixing like crazy glow-in-the-dark candy paint. I might actually do that. This might be the next paint job, kids. It is one I've been excited to paint for a long time because it is mostly part separation. Memories. Memories, Ricardo says. Man, that's really kind of what it's all about. Truthfully. I don't know if we need to take apart the foot. Yeah, we have foot parts. We'll set it aside. Keep working on the leg. These are the ones that scare me. I don't remember how they quite went together. Might actually seriously have to consult the directions. If I remember right, these open up, these widen. Oh, oh. Gentle. Yeah, I gotta look. I can't remember. Well, thank you for the thumbs up, Ricardo. I appreciate that. Or is the track called Memories? Let's see here. Who would have thunk it's almost as difficult to take a kit apart as it is to put it together? Like, that is the one danger of building your kits if you paint them before you paint them. Is the having to take them apart. That's kind of why I'm a little stalled on the Kshatriya. I realized as I was putting that together that they really did not make that kit to want to come back apart easy for the way they did some of the pegs. And there's a lot of them that were snapping as I was, you know, because I'd have to take it apart as I was building it because I'd do something wrong on it because it was just so complex. You know, I'd skip a little thing or something. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. All right, so if I remember right, these, and then we go, I think, we want to do this. Get this guy off of here. Yep. Second one will be easy to take apart. I feel like these snap in forwards. This one. Oh, scary. Okay. That helped. My old ex-girlfriend used to play the saxophone. That just brought back some memories. Ah, I see. Dude, the saxophone's one of my favorite instruments. I actually used to be like a real big into music. I mean, I still love music. But I mean, like, I used to be pretty hardcore into, like, music. And all kinds of genres of music, mind you. Yeah, that's very cool. Speaking of girlfriends, I'm glad your date went well, Ricardo. It's this stuff that's really scaring me here. I'm not sure which to take off first is the trouble. Like, one of these may be holding one of the others on. Can I get under this? Does this separate here? I feel like it does. Help! I can't take my Gundam apart. Hey, stay. No. I feel like the white one has to come off first. Oh, now we're getting under it. If I remember right, that's how this has to go. So I got to take the white one off first. There we go. Ah. That's progress. And then we'll do this one. Cool part is this was actually one of the first kits I had my glass file on. So I was like uber attentive about filing the nubs off. So there's nothing to really clean up on it. So that's kind of a bonus. Ah, I am so glad I didn't try to pull that off the back. I would have so snapped that. Okay, white one first. Where did I get in there? Right there. Okay. This is progress. This is definitely some good progress. One of her friends was very friendly towards me. Ah, that always happens, Ricardo. That's not a bad thing, bro. Not a bad thing at all. You lady killer, you. So a girl I dated a long time ago. Have you ever heard the song Jim Dandy to the Rescue? I'll wait for the answer before I tell you the story. Well, I'll just go ahead and get into it. So, come to find out, Jim Dandy was actually really... the song, by the way, is Jim Dandy to the Rescue by Black Hope of Arkansas. And come to find out, Jim Dandy was actually a real guy. And the song was about Jim Dandy being to the rescue. And by rescue, he was the guy that had the party favors. One of my friends, Arthur, he's still disappointed about the NBA championship. He thinks the Knicks cheated. Dude, have you seen the PsyOp anime channel? I know it's AI. I know nobody likes AI, but I'm kind of enjoying some of it. They actually did one about that. I thought it was pretty cool. I think I have to take this front skirt off before I can get that off. It's resisting. Yeah, funny thing is I didn't actually watch it. full confession. Um, so interesting the way they made this one. But yeah, dude, the PsyOp anime is pretty cool. I did hear that a lot of people think that the Knicks cheated. They were talking about it at work a lot, actually. So I'm not sure how to get that off there. Okay. Just a little pry and they come off. Boy, those are going to be really, really fun to put back on. I'm going to actually put the little white guys in with the purple parts. It'll make them easier to find later. Oh, I got to sneeze again. Oh, no, I got to sneeze. Oh. Okay. Dude, I totally just sneezed like a cat. Blah. I'm okay, though. I swear. My nose is tickling. But, yeah, there was some people talking about how they thought they cheated. I am of the opinion that, well, and I don't want to say this because sports are a good thing. I think they're a necessary part of society. In fact, sports are a good indicator of character. For example, you're playing a friendly game of baseball as we used to play with when we were kids, you know, in the sandlot type of thing, so to speak. Well, the one kid that would try to cheat, change the rules on the fly to benefit him, you know, that kind of thing. That's how you knew that you know, they're a good way of sportsmanship, I guess, is the best way I can say it, is a good indicator of character. And for that, they're good. And it's also good to have a little competition. That's how we drive progress. So I'm all for sports. But I feel like sometimes to a degree, it's also a bit of vicariousness, and sometimes they're taken a little too seriously. On the other hand, I also think that it's absolutely sometimes a distraction to keep us from paying attention to other things that we're not supposed to pay attention to. Again, that's Dynamodel being a weirdo, and that's just me. And don't get me wrong, I still watch. Same as cartoons and anime. I think a lot of it's distraction. But I still watch. It's entertainment. We all want to be entertained. Sometimes after a long day's work, you just want to sit down and zone out to something. And why shouldn't we be able to do that? The night they lost Spurs, we were at a downtown watch partying. Around mid-third quarter, we packed up and left. She was very pissed off. Not me. Not at me, but the game. Yeah. Yeah, apparently that game really did upset a lot of people. Like, it's funny. I don't follow, like, a whole lot of sports stuff. But I can always tell by, like, the guys that I work with, basically, that do. When something was kind of like, wasn't there a recent USC fight with a little bit of controversy as well? This is how out of the loop I've been, you guys, and I'm sorry. Like, I actually really need to, like, take a minute and surf the internet and, like, catch back up on current events. Like, I have been eat, sleep, occasionally stream, eat, sleep, work. It's I haven't had a lot of time. And when I have, I just don't, I kind of just zone out on stuff. Oh, the UFC fight was at the White House. Really? See that? Oh man, I really am. Dude, where have I been? What is going on with me? I'm usually pretty up on, like, current events. But not these last 2 weeks. How do I get this off of here? That's how. Well, we've almost stripped a leg. I'm trying to remember if I can build just the inner frame of this kit. And I think I can. If I remember right. Ricardo, do you remember? You can build just the inner frame, right? Like, I think I have to put a couple of the armor parts on to keep something together, but otherwise I think we can build just the inner frame. The last anime I watched was Overlord Season 4. Was it good? I need to find something new to watch. And it came out, what, 4 years ago? I haven't watched anime in a long time. Well, and I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of the newer anime. I really am kind of oh, what's the word I'm looking for? So this comes off. Can I pivot these and not mess them up? What was the last anime I watched? So actually, and this was over the weekend. I didn't finish it. I started it in I think I had to go to the store, if I remember right. I just didn't have the time to finish it. I had to go get food for my dogs. But and I actually would like to finish it. I might finish it tonight after the stream. But and I hate that I'm watching it on Amazon because of the commercials. But some classic I don't know if you've ever heard of Metal Skin Panic Maddox. But I still loves me the old 80s animations. And there's a lot of them I watched as a kid that I haven't seen in a long time. And I've been going back and rewatching a lot of them. The last one I rewatched was Demon City, I believe, if I remember right. There was two back then. There was Wicked City and Demon City, and I think Wicked City was the like cop one, and then Demon City was there actually was like a cop detective in it, but it was more like demons and you know things like that. Oh, why can't I put this back now? You need to go too. Why am I trying to put this back together? I'm about to take it apart. I guess just because I want to see what it looks like. I did something wrong there. Definitely did something wrong there. That should pivot. It's supposed to pivot. Oh, I just don't have these at the right angle. Get in there. Why do I feel like I'm going to break this? Why? Inner frame, of course. Yeah, I thought we could. Yeah. Saturday, because it was so muddy, I didn't work. We didn't work. So I was redoing the MG Destiny. Very nice kit. I'd like to pick up a couple for seed kits. I haven't done that yet. Seed and IBO. The Destiny is seed, right? Am I thinking right? Why is this sticking out? Why is it not? It's supposed to go more like this. It's not cooperating. What have I done? I've gotten something out of whack here. Maybe this just isn't pushed in far enough. Oh well. Well, there's a part of me that wants to get it in there just because now I feel like I can't take it apart properly. Well, there's the leg joint, or the ankle. I do loves me the pistons. We're about to replace those with metal, though. All right, so we've got the leg somewhat apart. Wow, that took an incredibly long time. I don't remember what time I started the stream. I had it scheduled for 7. And then I couldn't get my avatar to work. I had facial expressions, but I had no movement. Like, nothing moved. It was really weird. I almost went on without it. But I couldn't let myself do it. I worked very hard on all this. The avatar stays. But yeah, if you get a chance, watch Metal Skin Maddox. Great anime. Great anime. I'm actually really excited for the new Patlabor coming out. I don't know if you've seen the old Patlabor, but old Patlabor, dude, classic. Another great one, if you haven't seen it, Ninja Scroll, but not the reboot. Like, go back and watch like the 1984 movie, dude. Great movie. I had a friend that was really into vamp. Well, I just got a message from my boss, so I got to get going. I will see you next time. Well, thank you for hanging out, Ricardo. I very much appreciate it. And yeah, come back and say hi. Don't let your boss work you too hard. And I hope you have a good day tomorrow, man. Don't work too hard. Check out some of that classic anime if you get a chance. All right. On that note, back to work. So, I gotta remember how to get this off. If I remember right, I want to pry here-ish. I think we're getting separation. Yes. Yes, that is the point. All right. Oh. Okay, so we got that. Yay. If we can get the other one, it might be easier to do this. Give me a stick. We need a stick. Never underestimate the power of a trusty stick. Don't push yourself. I won't, Ricardo, and thank you for caring. I'll probably go to around 10 tonight. Maybe 9:30-ish. I do got to go to bed reasonably early, and I'm always kind of like, when I get done with streams, it's funny, I'm really hyper for about an hour afterward. It's very strange. I guess maybe it's endorphins. Whether it's a great stream or not, I'm just still kind of always like, after the stream. It's really weird. Hard to shut my brain off. But I won't push myself, and you do the same. Take care of yourself. And I'll probably be back on tomorrow. This will be an ongoing project for the week. Oh, I forgot they did that. Dude, I forgot how cool this frame is. Clever wise. Oh, I broke a peg. It's okay, I think we're replacing it. Oh, no I didn't. That's not a peg, that's just something I started a file thinking it was. Cool. Oh, what is this music and why? Now, this will make me sleepy. See? Fall asleep. No, I'm kidding. We're not really going to sleep. Let me just skip. Oh, yeah. This track's like turned into my theme song. Okay. So. Now, let's see here. Oh, this is going to be mad confusion. All right. Where does this start? So this starts up here. Oh. Okay. Okay. Dude, it's weird how I never have enough space. I guess we should take these out, since we are actually doing this. I tried to throw that in the trash can, and the fan blew it right back in my face. Kind of comical, actually. I just had a knife. Oh, there it is. All right. There we go. Got both of those cracked open now. I don't know that this is the safest place to keep this right now. Okay. Let's see if I can move this. Well, I guess we're okay right there. All right, so we want to get this guy off of here. We want this guy. And then this guy. Right? I think so. Okay, so. Oh no, extra parts falling off. More confusion. They come apart nice. I'll say that. So I gotta put a poly part. Oh, wait. I jumped steps. We want to start with the feet. We want to start with the feetsies. So let's put this back. Start here with feet. So the L24 and the PC17. Where are you, L24? Should be really obvious to me. Huh. one of these. Got that, and then 17. So we'll snip 17 out of here. Come here, 17. It's like a One Piece character. So you go. This way? You think? Oh, that's a tight fit. That's snug. Oh, okay, it goes. I don't think it went all the way though. Did it? I don't feel like that's in all the way. I wonder if I need to file it. Maybe I should. Come back out. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have filed it. Oh boy. Once you get that in there, it don't come out. Look. Yeah, it's got to sit all the way in. I'll find a stick that doesn't have glue. The glue is not helping. Oh no, that's stuck. That is very, very stuck. And I just launched that across the room. Man. All right, I'll find that one later. I saw where it landed. I just have to move a whole bunch of stuff to get to it. That's why we can't have nice things. I seem to be saying that a lot lately. Let's give it a little file. Maybe did I put it in backwards? Maybe it was just too snug. Man, I feel like that went to the edge of my desk and fell off in the back void of my desk. Just kind of a bummer. See how she goes now. Still snug. Still really, really snug. Still very, very, very snug. Right, a little too snug, I think. A little bit too snug. Oh, don't lose the other one. Fortunately, if I can't find the other one, I can use the original part. But these are a little bit of a different plastic. I don't know if that'd change a lot. Man, why do you not want to go? Okay. That went in a little easier. I think I can push it the rest of the way. Yeah! Yay! It's going. It's going! Why is it so stiff? Oh, hey, I know how we do this. We'll be smart. I might hate myself for this later. So who knows if this is ever coming back out now. Should I file it more? Maybe? Just try not to lose this one. Alright, alright. That wasn't so bad. Okay. Now. We'll give you some more. We will make this fit today. We will make this fit. Okay. Okay. A bit more of a trim. Goes bevels to this side. That's still snug. That's still really, really snug. I wonder if it's the coating on the metal. I'm sure these are painted. I don't know. That just might be the metal. Which way do you go? That way? I think you go that way. Is it? I think it's big side out. Oh, okay. That went in pretty easy. That went in a little easier. It's still not fully seated though. Maybe I do this to fully seat it. Might be better. Such a hard part to hold. Huh. This might be a terrible idea. Okay, now he's in there. All right. Wow, that's progress. Okay, so L2, which is on that part. So I gotta take the feet apart. All right, feet. Oh. Boy, I'm a big mess. What's wrong with me? I think it's up. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about those. That's such a cool gimmick. Totally forgot about those. All right, so we need this LP stem. There we go. I'm gonna have to do like one leg at a time, just so I can make sure I put it back together right. So I need to separate this thing. I think. What am I missing? Let's get this white bit off of here. Let's do this first. Come on, let go. Let go, I say. It's starting to come. It's starting to come apart. When it's harder to take a kit apart than it is to build it. Oh, there's our out. We'll do this. Get under here. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, haha. Dude. I would have been prying at that for hours if I hadn't tipped that down. We got private investigator music as we do this. I feel like I should be creeping around like a warehouse building in a leather jacket. Knight Rider style. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. That's much more gooder. Let's get that guy off of there. He goes on. Angle to the front. That way. All right. Why do I feel like that's not right? It's not. It's backwards. That's how it goes. Man, it fits a lot better. Imagine that. All right, so we managed to get this far. Wow. This is going to be a process. All right, so I can put these two guys together. We're not going to use them anymore. Parts for my future epic kit bash. That's what we have here. It actually is kind of cool to have some of these parts. They may come in handy at some point. All right. So we're going to put you there until we finish the rest of the assembly, of course. And then we want this. And this gets a sticker. We're not going to do the sticker. Oh. What am I seeing here? It's just going this way. Oh, there's a poly part that goes inside of this thing. We want... What poly part is it? It just says PC. You didn't tell me what number PC. That's kind of bunk. 19? It's gotta be. It's the only thing small enough for it to be. Yeah, they didn't say what poly part to use. It just says PC, and then it's cut off. Yeah, it's got to be this. We'll just cut one, just in case it's not. It must be, though. And I think this goes... like this. Yep. Winner, winner. Well, I'm glad it wasn't like looking like some of the other parts. That would have been hard to find. Not exactly the easiest little guys to get in there. Let's do this. We'll do this. There we go. Yay! Now we're building. Ooh, I kind of like the way that actually stiffens up when you put it in there. Like, that's probably better than the plastic. The original plastic, I mean. It just feels smoother. Smoother yet stiffer. All right, we've got a foot. Start of a foot. Do you get anything else? I guess not. So there's that. And then, all right, so we're gonna want one of these. I like the finish. And then 19 and 20. See, what's funny is they didn't actually number this stuff. But it's obviously one of these. And then another poly part. Number 16. 15. There's a K15. Interesting. Here's 16. So it's this guy. guy right here. He goes inside of here. Gotta push kind of hard, but it goes. Sort of. Okay, I think we're pressed in. They are stiff. There's some definite stiffness to these things. All right, now we go up. This one goes this way. This one goes this way. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. That feels nice. I like it. I like the contrast too. Let me zoom in on it. I'll show that to you guys a little closer. You'll have to forgive my cut up hands. I have stain all over. But I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so I guess we're not doing anything else with that for now. It goes immediately to the upper leg. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I'm boring myself, apparently. Okay, so we want this one. And then we need PC 12 and PC 13. Let's take you apart. And then we want 12. Get back over there. Can't believe I threw that other part over there. That's going to be so hard to find later. It's going to be like that scene from Rush. I'm going to be crawling around on the floor, digging through the carpet. Why am I not seeing 12 and 13? Ah, there's 12. Here's 13. So here's 12. Here's 13. Ah, I thought that was about to roll off the desk. All right, so this one's pretty self-explanatory. Goes in there. This one is too, actually. All right. And then this just goes together. Thusly, it's really not that complicated once I get into it. It looks more complex at a glance. I guess the hardest part was just taking it apart. Had I done this? I don't know. If I hadn't taken it apart, though, I'd be trying to look at two sets of directions at once. So maybe this really is a better way of going about it. Hard to say. Then we got L16. Come here. Come here. Get over here, as Scorpion says. Crack this open. Like that. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking about painting and trying to decide how to go about this. This actually really might be my next paint job. Since I'm already taking it apart. So I think I could paint the inner frame whole. Okay, there's something I need to notice about this. This is directional. I think it's this one first. If this is the right side. That's a nub that can't be there. Oh, I lost camera. It got warm. Yes. Camera's back. Sorry, folks. Folks, let me be clear. I don't know if that went all the way in. I guess we'll find out. Nope. I think it goes the other way. I think. Yeah, it might go the other way. How am I going to get that out of there? Very gently. Am I going to get it out of there? I don't know if I'm going to get it out of there. Oh, I'm going to tear it up if I keep trying to do that. I don't know if this is a great idea. Yeah, not a great idea. Oh boy. Is that wrong? Is there a difference in these two? What am I looking at? Or am I just not pushing hard enough? They kind of look the same. Look at that part on this other runner. This is supposed to be, 14. Yeah, I got 14. I don't know that it matters. All right. When in doubt, let's try this one the other way. And if that goes, then I know I need to get that part out of there. That'll tell me. Maybe I'll do some filing on the nubs this time. Like a proper builder. Might help. All right. There's that. There's that. Now, on this one, where's the one I did already? We went that way. So on this one, let's go this way. Oh? Really? That's interesting. Oh, that was definitely a bigger snap than I got out of the last one. Do I need to connect anything else to these? I do. We need... Before I do this piston part, where are you? Where are you? I know you're here. Oh, I turned into Bane again. Maybe they're in here. I'm looking in the wrong place. Oh. Ah. No, that's not them either. Am I supposed to use the original pistons? I don't see pistons in here. I don't see pistons here. So I guess I'm supposed to use the original. Let me make sure. I'm not missing anything, am I? Yeah, there are no pistons here. So I am supposed to use this one. Which means I have to take you apart. And that freed that. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, we don't need you. Going to use you. This thing. What am I missing here? Oh, okay. I remember now. Just want to pull. Just pull. Okay. Now what was I making? This guy. This. And then that goes here. And then you have to go together. No. Uh-oh. Okay. Ah! Come on. Why does that not want to go? Now it went. Oh, This has got to be attached to the other part. Wow, if I would have put that together. Okay. So that way. Actually, don't want this one. I want this one. This goes here. Oh, come on. You're supposed to go there. All right, that snapped. And then this goes there. Oh boy. And then you. Oh no. Did I do what I think I did? No. I almost panicked. Come on. Why is it giving me so much grief? It's giving me so much grief. I don't know if I should take the vise to it. Like, it just does not want to snap around that middle part. All right. I probably shouldn't do this, but we're going to try. Do a little pressing. Feel like I'm making it worse. Come on. Go. It's not going. It just doesn't want to go in that other side. I feel like it should. Why? You totally look like you should be the right size. Maybe I do have that backwards. Maybe that goes in the other way. So it's going to be a heck of a time getting it out of there. Yeah, I can do this. Probably not the best of ideas, though. Oh, that's not a good idea. I don't know if it needs to come out, but I feel like it should. I'm a little torn. Thing is they don't. Actually, they do show it as being biased. It would be with this part. This is a pickle. Suddenly thinking of Cherry Han's stream where everybody's like, use your teeth, bite it. Maybe that'll get it out of there. I don't know. Get out of the way, Vice. Yeah. Well, that was not a good idea. Now I marred the plastic and sent parts everywhere. Brilliant. I'm gonna quit hanging out with me. I'll do inventory in a minute. I think I have this in the wrong side. And I've chewed it up. It's really, really in there. It's like super in there. How to get you out? I'm so torn. Well, that actually did start to pull. We'll do it once from this side. Maybe that'll get it. Ah. Okay. Yay! Alright, so I had it in this way. Let's try going this way. See, it doesn't want to go that way, though. Of course, I kind of chewed it up, trying to get it out of there. I think we can clean it up a little bit and make it go. One thing about metal, there's like no flex or give to it. Like, it's zero tolerance, you know? Clean this up. Clean that up. I mean, it looks fairly clean to me. Oh, hey, that went. Violently, but it went. Oh, okay, that pressed right in now. It went right in. All right, now let's try. I think we might have got it. Oh, so much better. Yeah, so it's backwards. I had it in backwards. And now we have sick piston action. Sick piston action. All right. Oh, did I miss a part on that? Nope. Little nub's supposed to be there. Sweetness. All right, that almost makes me feel a little better about myself. Okay. Now, I don't think this other part... All right. Now that we got past that, let me do a little quick inventory as I set parts everywhere. You go there. Go here. Wow. I really did it this time. You go there. It's that guy. It's my other little foot. I feel like I'm missing stuff. In fact, I know I'm missing stuff. And why? That's that. That. That thing. That one. Missing one of these. Alright, so one of these is gone. Both of these fell out. Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, I can hear them falling over everywhere. Oh man, I sent these things all over the place. I knew that was like a terrible place to put that. Absolutely terrible. I knew that was going to be a bad idea. It's here somewhere though. Has to be. Here's the other one of these. The only thing I'm missing is this. And that's here somewhere. There it is. All right. I think we're okay. No, there's another one of those. Everything else I've gotten out of the box. Okay, we're gonna move this so as I don't send it all over again. Where is the other ball part? I wonder. I lost an arm joint. I will find it. So I'm missing an arm joint and a poly part. Problem is the way that sprung, like it could have oh, there it is. I was just saying it could have launched it anywhere, and sure enough, it was behind the instruction manual. John, Bobby, Infinite Nature, Wolfpack. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. New type for life. Sup? You guys, I don't know if you were here for it, but I just sent a mess of metal parts all over the room. Bada bing, bada boom. New types in the room. Awesome. Am I being raided? How is this happening? Everybody's here all at once. Thank you guys. It's nice to see you guys. As you can see, I'm doing a metal frame swap on a Hi-Nu Gundam. Of course, if you looked at the thumbnail, you probably know that already. I screwed up though. I stuck this part in the wrong side, and it's been very difficult to get it out of there. Ah, well, thank you. Lee's Gotham. Lays Gotham. Am I saying that right? I don't know. I can't read. I'm half illiterate. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, guys. I don't know if I can get this one out of here. So that was the problem, is I stuck this in the wrong side and I was having trouble getting my cool pistons to fit together. Finally got through it, but now I have to get this thing out of here. And it's kind of scary. I kind of tore the other one up doing it. Ah, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't know how long you guys were here. I kind of thought I was sitting here talking to myself. And it was getting bad. Like I seriously, so I have my little tray of metal parts here, which this is, what is this? The, what is it? Something dot. Why am you guys will have to forgive me. I'm so tired. Anyway, I smacked this thing and it's kind of spring loaded and these guys went everywhere. I think I found everything. Pretty sure I did. Oh, well, thank you, Wolfpack. I'm trying to. You know, the problem I'm having right now is I have too many ongoing projects. I need to finish something. But I'm about to switch rooms and move into a different room. So I'm kind of hesitant to get anything painting going. I got a few little gimmicks coming for the bear, and I will be finishing that very soon. Hey, you know, I was thinking about doing the edit for that. I was thinking about doing a stream of how I edit. Would you guys like to see that? Like if I might have some tech to work out to do such a thing. But would you guys like to watch me edit a video? Like, would that be something you guys even care about? Or should I just do that in the background? Because my edits get kind of involved sometimes. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Jury Han reviewed the channel on Friday. She reviewed my channel, Applesauce, and oh, I'm having such a hard time remembering the third person's channel. I'm such a jerk. It'll come back to me. I'll put it in the description or in the comments, I promise. But yeah, they thought my edits were AI. And I mean, I do every now and again use the occasional like PNG asset or something like that, but for the most part, man, it's all keyframes. So I was kind of wondering, like, would that be something you guys would want to see? Like, would an edit stream be interesting to you guys? It might take a little setting up to do, so that's kind of why I asked. I don't know if I should or not, but I might let you guys help me edit Bear Guy, because there's a second Bear Guy video coming once I finish the paint. That's when I'm basically going to review and critique my paint job, and a little bit more of the kit. All right, deep breaths, because the last time I did this, this got out of hand. How did I do it though? I feel like I had like a certain way of going about this where it worked better the second time around. Maybe it was just baby steps. We're baby stepping. I'm flying. I'm sailing. Yeah, you wouldn't mind seeing an edit live stream? Maybe we'll do that. I will work on getting that set up, because the Bear Guy's almost finished. I'm hoping to finish them up next week, actually. Got a couple things I'm going to order for it this weekend. And so if you weren't here early for the earlier part of the stream, one of the things I've talked about kind of struggling with is what to do with the little guitar. Now this just came as a brown part, so I'm assuming it's an acoustic because it's brown. Wood is brown. Sometimes tan, depending on, you know, your choice of color. But I work at a cabinet shop, right? So I'm thinking about rebuilding. I was just going to use like some what we call edge banding. It's basically like wood, real thin veneer you put on like the edges of the shelves and things like that. But I'm thinking about just redoing the whole guitar out of a piece of wood. Well, kind of. Some edge banding. I'm actually going to make it hollow if I do it. But I think I'm going to do that. I think the guitar is going to be wood. I've so been struggling on how to paint this. And I think I came up with a solution finally. It's going to be one of these, the buzzer's going to go off and it's going to become an after work project. And the management's going to come up and be like, what are you doing? And I'm going to be like, I'm playing with my toys. But whatever. It's fun. I'm not growing up. I refuse. I raised my daughter. She's grown and out of the house, turned into a reasonably functional human. Better than myself, in fact. And so my job's done. I can be a kid again. So there. Oh, I need to fix that. I can't stick my tongue out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, marred the plastic. But we did get it started. So that's okay. I know they're not toys. Dude, after I finished Dynamez, it went on the shelf and I haven't touched it. Like, that's one thing about it. They're, especially if you paint them, like, it's just after that, don't touch it. Just don't pose it, put it in a nice pose, put it on the shelf, let everybody ooh and ah on it. That was one reason I worked so hard on Dynamez with the switches to make it to where you didn't have to touch the model kit to turn them on. I gotta be more of a char. What do you mean by a char? I don't want to drop any colonies. More careful, calmer, perhaps. Or Hero Yui. I understand, I think. Oh, man. I really wish I hadn't put this part in here. It is so hard to get this one out. Oh, damn it. And I hate using these pliers, but I don't know what else to do. Like, I tried poking it out with a stick. It just would not come. Oh, there, we got it. Okay. Now I can clean it up. But yeah, I totally screwed up when I put this in the wrong side. Oops. Good and bad, just kidding. No, hey, I can take it. Man, I'm rough with stuff. I know this. It's funny, I watch other builders build sometimes, and they're so gentle, and I'm like a bull in a gunpla shop. Can we use that term? Like, I'm pretty good after I get the kit built with being careful, but yeah. A little bit of hip hop. I listen to a little bit of everything. It's funny, Wolfpack. In my younger days, my hobby was music. I don't really play any instruments. In fact, I'm the only male member of my family that doesn't play guitar yet. I mean, I can play a couple chords, but like everybody else is proficient. But yeah, I love hip hop actually. Depending on the hip hop, you know. Oh, there's no sense in doing this one yet because I have to get the other leg out. I have not taken apart the other leg yet. What is this? Why is it here? Oh, okay. It's just part of a sprue. My chair is rolling over something that makes me feel like I've dropped a part. I got into music a bit later in my teens. I wish I would have been on it more. Yeah, me too. So I used to write a lot. Both stories and poetry. I wrote a lot of lyrics. Mostly kind of like rap songs, believe it or not. I was very, very much into like Rage Against the Machine when I was in high school. And so I listened to a lot of Rage, a lot of Cypress Hill, all the West Coast stuff. Well, and the East Coast stuff too. I was into, the Bad Boy Records stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, I used to write a lot of lyrics. I actually filled up 2 Spalding notebooks. I'm looking new music. It's pretty hard finding decent music nowadays. You know what's funny is I find a lot of stuff that I like, but they're like, no-name streamer people starting out. And the music industry's changed with the way the internet is. I don't think it's so I love the White Stripes. Big fan. Big fan indeed. Yeah, my genre taste kind of goes all over the map. That's kind of why the playlist is the way it is. It's like I like so many different genres of music that when it comes to picking music for the stream, it's like, one, I want something kind of chill, you know. It's hard to find stuff without lyrics. And it's finding stuff that's you guys will like, but it's not going to put you to sleep, but it still kind of goes with the build vibe. Which, man, I'm looking at my desk and it's just atrocious. I need to do something about the layout too. I got all kinds of little background work I need to get done. Jerry Han pointed out a few things of reviewing my channel last week that I realized I should fix. And I haven't had the time to go back and do them yet. Work is just killing me. They had me working like 70 hours a week. This week hasn't been quite so bad. I actually had a weekend off. That was nice. I got up Saturday morning and watched some cartoons. And then I slept most of the day Sunday. I was so wanting to stream on Sunday, and I was actually mad when I woke up later that afternoon. I was kind of mad at myself for not streaming. But I think I needed the rest. Definitely think I needed the rest. How funny, I scratch my nose and I twitch. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning again. It really has been. I've been on like a sleep diet of like 4 hours a night. I'm just running myself into the ground. But it's worth it. It really is. Like it's funny, I was missing the stream. It feels like it's been like 2 weeks since I actually did something live, and like I don't know. It's weird. It's gotten in my bones. I like doing it. I like chatting with you guys, yapping about nothing. Tell me more about your musical interests, Wolfpack. So if God came down from heaven and said I could only have one album for all eternity, what would the top 5 be? It's a tough call. For a minute there, I was like last week, I don't know why, I listened to OK Computer like 10 times. And it's a good album, but that's excessive. What else has been going on? So another album that if I could only have one for all eternity, arguably, perhaps the White Album. Maybe. And another one, when I was younger, I would have said Dark Side of the Moon, hands down. But I don't know. There's a part of me that in the last couple of years, I almost think that might be too dark for me. Tough call. I don't know if you listen to any punk rock, but I absolutely love Operation Ivy's album. One of my favorites. That might be on the list. Might be on the list. Oh my gosh, it's 10 p.m. already? I don't know if I can go too much further, you guys. Unfortunately, I have an alarm clock that's going to go off at 3 a.m. I didn't realize it was so late. And everybody just stopped in. I'm so torn. I want to stay up and hang out all night. But I have to go to work because I got to eat, pay the rent. Grr. Why has life got to be full of hard decisions? But 10 o'clock really was my deadline. That was I have to stop streaming. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I get done streaming and I'm like hyper after that for like an hour. It is so hard to get myself to like decompress from it. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls for another hour, which is why I should probably end at this point. I hope you're not offended. I really do. I really wish I could hang out with you guys all night. I'm going to try to do a live, a long stream Friday night. Hopefully I don't have to work Saturday. In fact, I don't think I can work Saturday. I have something else I have to do. So if they ask, I'm just going to have to tell them no. Which isn't something I'm good at saying, but I'm going to. All right. Wolfpack, I love you for stopping in. Ricardo, I don't know if you're here. Thank you for stopping in. Lazy Gotham, you're very awesome. Thank you very much for the compliments. I very much appreciate it. John Bobby, Gundam Right, yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys have all stopped in. I'm merely trying to just have fun, do something cool, something positive. The internet's so full of angst. So I try to come in here and throw out good vibes, do something constructive. We did get this far. So we got the knee joint done. We got the upper hip joint, and I got a foot. The metal frame swap may take longer than I anticipated, but of course it would, because I'm merely a guy. What can I say? On that note, again, chat, thank you everybody for stopping in. I hate to cut it short on you guys. I feel like such a jerk to do so, but I have to go to bed tomorrow, or tonight, to go to work. On that note, I will have another stream scheduled within the next 24 hours. Might be on tomorrow night. Might try to do the rest of the nights this week. Just reuse the same thumbnail, make it easy. I hope to be on earlier, mind you, and Friday night's going to be kind of a yapping build. I got nothing better to do, so I might as well hang out, build something, yap with you guys. We might try to explore a few things on the internet. I'm getting better at magic windows. I'm increasing my technical prowess with every stream. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have a good evening. Please come back and see me again. I'll probably just reschedule this thing for tomorrow. All right, I gotta go. If not, I'll keep talking forever. All right, I'm ending it. Say goodbye, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Send it to your friends. Maybe watch the VOD. That's always a bonus. Feel free to clip it. Clip it. Send it out into the ether. I'm all for it. All right. Sad guitar ballad. I'm leaving. I mean it this time.